Hi, welcome to another episode of the Tennis Psychology Podcast. I'm here with Jaclyn Ellis. I'm Dr. Patrick Cohn. Today, we're going to talk about playing doubles. Doubles is a whole nother element for tennis players. And many tennis players don't know how to react or act around their doubles partner. And today, we're going to provide some tips to be a good doubles partner. This is the Tennis Psychology Podcast. Jaclyn, when we work with tennis players that play doubles, they often have specific challenges with their opponent. And they don't often know how to communicate and act with certain types of opponent. So what are some of the things that your tennis players have talked about when it comes to playing doubles that they struggle with?
Yes. One common annoying trait of a doubles partner is it's the silent partner. One who does not give any input, no feedback, who doesn't want to help you come up with a game plan. That can be a big challenge, especially if you are a player who's trying to connect with your partner and come up with a game plan for that match. Another doubles partner characteristic could be maybe quite the opposite. The doubles partner who's trying to coach you too much, maybe coaching you on every point, giving you technical corrections maybe you don't want to think about during that time. Maybe they're trying to talk to you about something at every point, and it becomes a little too much, and it's very distracting.
What about the frustrated partner? Like your partner's constantly frustrated on their side of the court, and it's really hard to communicate with them because they're just berating themselves, and maybe even like getting down on their doubles partner too. Like, I don't want to say yelling, but kind of, rolling their eyes and giving some negative, feedback to their opponent or to their partner.
Yes, negative facial expressions or body language that could take a toll on your doubles partner. And if they're getting frustrated with their own performance, that might be contagious, and you might be thinking about your own performance. It might remind you of what you're not doing well. And it's going to impact the team's dynamic and the positivity level. So we want to make sure that even if you're frustrated with yourself, let's try to keep that to a minimum so that it doesn't ruin the team dynamic. But that could also be something that your doubles partner is doing.
I see a lot of that on the pickleball court lately. My doubles partner is just, they're constantly yelling about their misses. They're upset. You can tell that they're dwelling going into the next point. And, you're constantly saying, okay, next point. Okay, let's go, or you'll get it. It's like, it's distracting to you because part of your energy is focused on trying to help your doubles partner not sabotage himself, right? So, well, let's talk about that. What's the best way to be a good doubles partner, starting from going into the match? Let's start there.
Yes. So I try to encourage my athlete, if you know you're going to be playing doubles, try to communicate with that doubles partner before you even get to the match. A lot of times they'll go in and they'll do a training session with that doubles partner to prepare physically or technically, but go in and have a conversation. Are you the kind of player who wants to tap rackets between every point, or say, hey, we're good, let's keep going? I've had an athlete, an adult amateur tennis player, who actually would communicate that to her partner. She'll say, this is what I like to do between points. Let's try to do that. We'll stay positive. This will be our cue words. And she'll communicate that to her partner. And it seems to be very, very effective when they do talk beforehand. So that's one thing that you can do. Communicate with your partner.
I think it's super important to stay composed yourself for your partner so your partner doesn't get distracted. Play within yourself and stay composed and don't show that you're upset. Get your game face on, in other words, and then support your partner as well. When your partner's missing shots or your partner may be upset, that's the time for you to chime in and say, okay, it's just 1 point. It's okay. You'll get it on the next point. Let's focus on the next point. Just some little reminders, I think, to help your partner move on from misses.
Yeah, I think that's great. And remembering to be patient with your partner. They're not perfect, and you're not perfect. We're all human. We make mistakes, and understanding that your partner is trying their best. They won't sabotage your match. They are trying hard to perform well. So if they make a mistake, brush it off and keep going. fight for every point together.
And I often hear from my sister, who's a 4.0 adult tennis player, she struggles a lot with, who's taking what balls. Like when she starts taking more balls than she should, and then her partner starts to get upset, right? And they haven't worked that out prior to the match. Like you said, they haven't communicated. So now the partner starts chirping at her. Like, that was my ball. Why didn't you let that ball go? Whether she's over poaching or whatever she's doing. So I think they tend to struggle at that level with who's taking what balls and are you on your proper side of the court?
That's funny. And a lot of times with the junior or the adult USTA matches, you're not going to be playing with the same doubles partner every week. So that's something to understand, that when you're playing doubles, you're not going to get a chance to work out all of those little details. And that's okay. That's okay.
So I think the message is work together with your doubles partner for the same outcome. You're trying to win the match. We got to let our egos down, right? We got to let our coaching down, save that for after the match. You don't need to coach up your doubles partner. And we need to be very supportive of our doubles partner as well, especially when they're struggling or they're missing.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Tennis Psychology Podcast. For more information about one-on-one mental coaching, check out peaksports.com. That's our mothership. You can also go to sportspsychologytennis.com, where we have tons of articles, videos, and podcasts posted there. And check out our audio and workbook program, Tennis Confidence 2.0, our new audio and workbook program for competitive tennis players. Thanks for joining us.